Right. I want you to look at your creativity like the double slit experiment, right? And you probably don't know what that is, but just go look up, right? But the premise is simple, it's like this, right? Things don't exist until you look, right? That's one of the premises of it, right? It doesn't exist until you look. Just like you could think of the world as like a Grand Theft Auto simulation. The parts you've never ventured to don't exist in your mind yet, right? So the map itself hasn't been rendered until you arrive to the map and it starts to render, right? That's how the world kind of exists in your mind. It's a very small way to look at things, and it's not particularly the most interesting way to look at things, right? But it's an idea of how you can look at your creativity. It happens because you look, right? It happens because you reach into the ether, right? You reach into your muse and you extract the idea, or rather the idea is being beamed to you because you looked through the crack in time and the idea looked back at you, right? So your creativity is just like that. If you don't look, you don't find, right? If you don't do, you don't try, you don't succeed. Nothing happens unless you do it, right? And of course you can be someone that's clever enough to do thought experiments and run a simulation in your mind of how this is going to turn out before you actually do it. And you would be sick to do that. You'd be a high level person like Nikola Tesla or someone running thought experiments, right? But when it comes to creativity, you can do that in your mind and think through how it's going to work. But until you actually touch the medium that you're going to put the creativity down on, you don't know what's going to happen yet, right? So when you flick the paintbrush and the little splats go in different directions, thousands of them, right? You cannot perceive with precision exactly where those dots are going to fall, right? Unless you've taped out the area, and even then you don't know how many dots and how much area it's going to fill up, right? Your creativity is just like that. So look at it like the double slit experiment. The particles, the quantum level, whatever it is not technically there unless you look, right? And the minute you look away, it shifts and decides to be something different. And the minute you look again, it only becomes something that you're able to understand at the time when you look at it, right? There's other things that are at play in your creativity, just like other things are at play on the microscopic level that we can't see yet, or we don't have the vocabulary to understand yet, right? So just understand, if you don't look, you won't find, right? And if you don't try, you won't succeed. So your creativity is infinite possibilities, but it's only going to be infinite for as long as you're able to look, okay?